I'm gonna be real with you guys. There's not enough Halo in the world. In my time of waiting for the next Halo title, I have been left empty, soulless. Delta Arena is pretty cool though. So for the last week, what I've been trying to do, by the way, do you like my Halo Evolutions volume? This thing is actually a little, sometimes it's hard to find. Not right now, it's actually pretty easy to find. You can find it online, it's not that hard. So what I've been trying to do is for the last week, play a bunch of fan games. And I'm not just, playing it just because I'm missing on Halo. It's because I actually really enjoy how there are people out there that are like, I am so bored, I'm going to suffer immensely for no payback, honestly, because Halo doesn't let you do that, and most franchises don't anyway, so it's not even that big of a deal. But point being, I'm gonna spend all this time to make this one-of-a-kind experience and then just disappear. Sometimes that happens, and it's a little sad. I did my best to play through all of these experiences, and so in that, I'm hoping you can find something you might be interested in trying, or maybe you're interested in making something for yourself. If I missed any fan games, then please make sure to tell me in the comments below, because I do not want to miss out on any of these. And if you have any thoughts on these games, then please share those thoughts as well. Now, of course, this isn't a popularity contest, but we're gonna kick off with Thrill to Wills first. Thrill to Will had two different games that he made. He made a Halo Infinite ripoff, and he made a Halo Lego game. That Lego game has been completely taken down. Can't find it anywhere. Rip Bozo, I guess. But the Halo Infinite one actually is pretty well put together. There's a whole video attached to it. I didn't watch it. I don't know, I didn't really have time, and I just kind of forgot that it was there. I might watch it at some point. But the point is, I played the game. The first thing that popped out to me was that the blood effects are better than the current day Halo games. I don't know what's so wrong with adding a bunch of blood effects to at least, replace the need for hit markers. I'm a hit marker guy that just doesn't really like them that much. That's just my thing. But also, there were two different sized Warthogs, but both of these Warthogs drove pretty well, except, when I crashed to the big one. And also, there was this sense of exploration that I don't think many fan games capture too well. There was this sense of going out there and finding something new. There wasn't a whole lot to find. I'm gonna assume it's because it was probably made in I'm gonna guess it was 24 hours. I didn't watch the video, but also, let's never forget, it's not a Halo ring. In this, it's the Halo Wedding Band. But that's not the first game I played. In fact, that was actually the last game that I played. The first game that I played was Halo Combat Devolved by Sofa Swordsman. And man, do I want this game to get finished. This is a game that is built for the Game Boy, and it actually has a ROM. You can play it on a Game Boy, on an analog. You can play it on those if you have them. I don't. So I played it on the itch.io website. I cannot explain to you how perfectly this person captured the Halo vibe somehow in a Game Boy experience. I'm talking warthogs. I'm talking jumping those warthogs. I'm talking splattering enemies with warthogs. Lots of stuff with warthogs that they got right in a 2D Game Boy experience. Although, you can't squeeze the warthog in places that it shouldn't go, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure that's actually a flaw in game design because that is just built into Halo's code. But there were many moments in this that made me really think this is just Halo. This is just what Halo is. The interactions that I had with characters, including Johnson, that had a hidden dialogue from, I'm pretty sure, his legendary dialogue at the beginning of the game of Halo Combat Evolved, but also things like suicide grunts just showing up out of nowhere and blowing me up, and I wasn't very happy about that. Or, my personal favorite, I don't know how rare it is to happen, but at one point I killed a grunt, and the grunt birthday party sound effect played. Thank you for that. Overall, just please finish the game. It's a fantastic experience, and I really want to play the rest of it, because I did play as much as it was there. Next is Combat Evolved, Sega Genesis by Casey Screams Back. What a weird username, I don't get you. This one's like a top-down shooter sort of thing, and it's pretty pure in its experience. It's easy. You can just sidestep just a little bit, just a little off to the side, and you won't get shot by any of the rounds, but that's fine. It's not really a commentary on the game design. It's a pretty simple experience, and it is really fun as a top-down shooter, and also it does a pretty good job for the tech that it's supposed to be replicating. Still prefer Combat Devolved, but maybe this experience will get a little bit more fleshed out in the future. Who knows? I don't know the status of any of these projects. And then I bring it to Halo Dropzone by Gearshift Media. This guy apparently did so well that he ended up working on Halo Infinite officially, but we're setting that aside for now. There is a lot to this fan game. This isn't really even like a game. This is more of like an exploration experience. You are an ODST in this concept of Halo 3 ODST rebuilt on Unreal Engine 5. And the experience of it is mind-boggling. You start in these tunnels, these weird halls that are leading out into the streets, and let me tell you, when you first hit the streets, it hits like...
Make sure she's got balls.
But then something happens. I notice that there's a ringing. Like the ringing of ODST with the audio logs. You hit it, there's a story.
Get through the district door. Go! Move it.
Where are we going?
Down into Kikawani substation. UNSC is getting people out of the city.
Hey, watch it, mister.
There's multiple of these hidden around the map. There's skulls. There's hidden areas filled with all sorts of secrets. There's a bunch of stuff to explore and exploding fusion coils.
It's gotta be. UNSC have got this. We'll be fine.
This experience was not meant for you to just pick it up and experience it for a second. This was meant for you to pick it up and look around. Even in the moments where I was like, man, there's nothing to shoot. Man, there's nothing for me to do. I'm still looking around because I'm fascinated at what else could be out there.
What if the phones rang?
And so that's what I did. I found every single secret. I think I found 2 skulls. I don't know if there's more than that. One of them made me fly and skip right over one of the secrets. And the other one was like a weird, I don't even know what kind of effect it was. It was just doing something funky to my camera, and I kind of liked it. Overall, this is one of the best experiences that I think I had in the entirety of all these fan games. And I don't know. If you ever come back to doing Halo stuff, I'm pretty sure he's working on like a Mona Lisa fan game. Listen, man, just do it. Just finish it. You're obviously good at this. So when I was going through all these fan games, what I was trying to do is make sure that I only selected the games that looked like they had a lot of effort put into them, that weren't just quick little, slaps of assets and, this is barely Halo-esque. It has Halo in the name, but it's not really a Halo game. I try to pick the ones that, even the ones that are like a 24-hour game jam, they put in enough effort that it felt like they were trying to make a game. Except for this one. Halo Finite by Barrier X is not a game. It's barely an experience, but it's so freaking funny that I had to pick it. Because I couldn't even hit the guy on the far left. It wasn't an option. I had to glitch the game into getting me to look all the way to the far left so then I could kill him. And even by then it was too late because now apparently I need to get, 99999 more XP before I can level. Isn't that real? That's just real. But my favorite bit is the Warthog. You take that Warthog for a drive, you hold W and you just go, and then you get blown up. It's just a really accurate experience, and I wholeheartedly support it. Another 10 out of 10. Now, for those of you who were plugged into the Halo community back in 2004, I wasn't one of them. I was like 4 years old, 5 maybe. I know I'm making so many of you feel old right now. I hope your aching back is feeling all right there, buddy. But if you were around, you might have remembered some community or individual, don't know which it was, by the name of Bull, made this really, really interesting experience called Warthog Launch. And it was based on, of course, the original first, probably one of the first most important pieces of content ever made in the Halo community, the Warthog Launch. The discovery that if you throw grenades, or pile up grenades and then throw a grenade, back behind a Warthog, you could use that to exponentially increase velocity and explosion and send that Warthog into the stratosphere. And that's how we discovered getting out of the map in these ways. That's really how we got into doing physics in a really fun way in the Halo games. And someone thought it was so fun they made a Flash game out of it. And in the death of Flash games that we experienced over the last few years, I'm only a little bit upset about it, I found something made by somebody named Mitch Makes Games by the name of Warthog Launch Anniversary. I got stuck playing this game for a long time, I'm not gonna lie. The controls are so intuitive, the settings are easy, the way that you play it is just addicting, and I don't even know how many levels there were because I kept on playing and playing and playing, and I only had so much time in the day to play through all these Halo fan games, so I had to stop eventually, but man, I didn't want to. Just genuinely, go find this one on itch.io. This is one of the few that I would say that genuinely is worth experiencing for yourself. A lot of these you can feel free to just look at this on this video and you'll probably get the same experience as playing it, but this one one you're going to want to play for yourself. Cosmic823 is up and brought us Halo 2D Firefight. It is exactly what you think it is, a nice top-down experience. It won't be the only top-down experience that we talk about today, but this one is probably one of the earliest, I'm going to assume. This one was made a good while ago, and it is in fact just a 2D experience. Top-down, lots of different weapons to pick from. It looks like there's like a Fiesta pickup or something. I don't know, you can't choose what weapon you get out of these. So you walk over to it, you pick it up, and then you get whatever you get. Although, let me say, it's really easy. It's a really easy experience. Basically, all you gotta do is just pile them all up in the corner. How do you pile them all up in the corner? Well, if you usually when you walk far enough that enemies will go off screen, they just go off screen. Not in this. In this, the walls of the game are the barrier. So they all just kind of get piled. So if you get them all in a corner, and then get a rocket launcher, have fun, I guess. In this exploration of firefight experiences, though, I found another one from Arcade Light called Halo Reach Firefight. This one it's not Reach Firefight. I mean, it's the closest thing you can get in a flash game experience. Basically, you're in this 3D environment-ish. You can look around, and it's very much a 3D environment. It's like 3D, 2D sort of thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but, you can see in the footage here. You actually get starting weapons, and you just have to survive as long as you can. All things considered, it's a really well built out experience. The only problem is that since you can't hear anything, you can't tell when a Phantom has dropped in more enemies, and if the enemies get on top of you, you can't shoot them. It's just kind of an unfortunate circumstance. At some point, it's just not possible to kill them, and so you will eventually lose due to BS. And then we have another Halo Finite. This one is a first-person shooter created by someone named LLL. Apparently another YouTube video. I didn't watch this one either. The description of this game straight up tells you not to play it. He doesn't recommend playing it. I can understand why. I'm not entirely sure what I was playing. Based on the pillars, I thought there was going to be a grapple shot. Pushed every button on my keyboard. There wasn't one. And I fell. I don't know. Not every one of these games was like fantastic. What do you want me to say? Which, speaking of questionable experiences, not very good Halo by Quars 14. I don't know what I'm experiencing. This is one of the many games that it's like forcing full screen, and I can't get it to do windowed, and so because of that, I have one of those like really wide monitors, like the Odyssey G9 type beat, and yeah, the game didn't like that too much. There was a bunch of AI running around, and to be honest, it was a lot of AI. I was actually kind of impressed with that, but I was kind of confused about the map selection. Before I started recording, I got Rat Race, but every other time after that, I got Battle Canyon only, so you only get to see Battle Canyon. I'm sorry, but let me say, big pro on how funny these ragdolls are. Halo is only good because of its ragdolls, let's be real. But now we're gonna get real serious. We're gonna get into storytelling. That felt weird, I'm sorry. Halo Survive by Joel Astorga. I have no idea what this game is. Listen, I tried. All right, listen. I played it, and I don't know. The first thing that I saw was Unreal Engine everywhere. I'm talking lens flares. I'm talking screen smudges. I'm talking really, really bad LOD and render distance. I'm talking the whole 9 yards in terms of the Unreal Engine experience. It's like a giant fan fiction kind of thing, actually, because this dude tells this whole story using the framing of Halo Combat Evolved, I guess.
It looks like this place is infested with those spiders. Oh god, what's that? Get away! You are approached by an octopus-like alien. But what are you doing? Wait. You are repairing the shields of my suit. Thank you. The alien gives you a weapon.
I don't know what it is. I just know that apparently, based on where the audio is coming from, that's the chapter you're looking at, because each of the pictures that you're seeing in the footage right now, the audio is coming from them. They're speaking. And I don't know. Play it for yourself if you really want to get into the story. I fell, so I don't know if there was more to it. I just gave up after that. It was a very, very long experience to barely get through the game. And it was something. I mean, it was something. The guy built it out. He built Halo Combat Evolved in Unreal Engine. It's not like I can, fault him for that. Good job to you, I guess. Flappy Pelican. It's Flappy Pelican. Alright, so by this point I had to take a break. I'd played so many Halo fan games by this point, and I really wanted to try something that had some, merit to it. So I wanted to go back and play Project Contingency again, because I played it back when the servers first turned on, I don't even know how many years ago, and I was looking forward to trying it again. Well, first my wallpaper engine was preventing it to start, I guess, and then I just couldn't get it to start. But here's some really cool gameplay footage. damn, it's windy. Next up is Zenith bringing us a game called SimplyCom. I have no idea if this is designed to be a Halo game. It's just using Halo Spartans and weapons at the moment. I don't know if it's supposed to end up being a Halo game, but it's a really, really cool concept for a turn-based strategy game. I'm a sucker for these kind of games, so I was really down for it. The only problem is that like I was clearing rooms and I was really like kicking ass, and then like I made one single mistake and my entire squad got wiped. So I can't tell if it's the game that's ass or if it's me that's ass. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it was a fun experience for the time that I was alive. Now listen, I need you to listen to me very carefully. There are some dedicated people out there in the Halo community. Folks that know things that I don't, such as how to translate, is it French or Italian? I can't remember which, I think it was Italian, to English. Halo RPG Collection by Rapez is entirely in Italian. And I need to know what it is in English because whatever this was completely grabbed my attention. I was hooked and I didn't understand a thing that was going on because I don't freaking read or speak Italian. So listen, I need someone to go in. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Just use RPG Maker, the game, like the engine that it was built in, and just make it in English, please. Because oh my gosh, it was such a wild experience. I wanted to keep playing it, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really know how to use any of the attacks because I can't read freaking Italian. Shadow Hex HD brought me back to my childhood. When I was growing up, I used to play a game called Plasma Burst and Plasma Burst 2. Apparently, Plasma Burst 3 has been in production for the last 10 years. Not that I would be able to tell because the guy won't freaking drop it. The thing is, I love that style of 2D shooter. Side scroller, enemies have physics to them, everything has physics to it, and it's so much fun to just kind of drop in and have this really intense firefight experience that, you know, is happening on one single plane. It kind of relaxes the mind a little bit in a way. And so what we have here is the Mombasa Incident. A fan fiction turned into a fan game that's fully, you know, it exists. It's a full campaign. It takes you maybe about an hour or two to fully complete, but it's a full campaign. Now, granted, I got stuck a lot. I don't really know if the game was, you know, fully bug tested, but I beat it. Not really. I skipped like 3 missions because I couldn't take getting stuck anymore. The final Warthog run is a complete trip, and you move faster than your bullets, so it wasn't really all that helpful to move that fast. But hey, I finished it, and you know, it has tragedy, it has loss, it has fighting in New Mombasa. I mean, what else could you want from a Halo game? Go ahead. This is one of the ones that I'll recommend. Give it a shot. It's a weird experience, but it's fun. Speaking of those, you know, strategy games, by the way, Halo Emblem by Dankboy68. It's Fire Emblem. The guy swapped a couple sprites. I don't even think he made them. I'm pretty sure they're just like screenshots that were cropped. It doesn't work very well, but it might be the entirety of that one, whatever that Fire Emblem game is. There's a lot of them. I don't know which one this one is. It might be the entire thing, just redone with Halo assets. I don't know. It was pretty cool. I lost in the tutorial. And if you want to try a quick pick up and play firefight experience, Halodoom by Jezzy is probably one of the most fun that I got to play. It really does take assets from, I don't know which Doom, I'm sorry, I didn't go and look that far, but it is pretty much Doom, but Halo. The enemies are all kind of weird in that way because the projectiles are a little bit funky, but it is still a Halo game. It feels like a Halo game. It's on one of the best Halo 2 maps, and it's just fun to play. I would highly recommend playing through this one. It's just entertaining with the amount of different kinds of weapons and all the different kinds of enemies. It's a very Halo experience, and I really give Jesse props for pulling this one off. But then we get into some of my favorites. Doberman Studios is pretty much the god of Halo fan games. First of all, capable of publishing basically whatever he wants, it looks like by this point, to any platform that he wants, because he's just that good. Spartan Runner, Spartan Firefight, Halo Zero. Spartan Runner is a runner game. Shocker. You run for as long as you can with nothing but your trusty shotgun. You get upgrades over the course of time as you play the game. You can get equipment, you can get vehicles, you can get weapons, and you kind of just run as far as your little tiny little digital feet can take you. And there's all these different missions, there's all these different commendations, there's a lot of stuff to do, and I did all of it. I 100%ed this game. I still have to get a couple commendations, I guess, but I'm almost there. And I'm like placed 120th across the global leaderboard, so suck it. I don't know. I'm just really good at this, and I really enjoy it. So I would totally go and find it. It's so good. It's like on Xbox, PC. No, not on PC. It's not on PC. Fix that, dude. Spartan Firefight is basically the exact same thing, but taking some of that design and applying it to a nice 2D firefight / multiplayer even experience that gets constant updates. I'm talking like every other week I have to update this game. The guy is constantly working on it. There's customization, there's a store, there's a battle pass, there's a multiplayer, there's firefight. There's so much to do in Spartan Firefight that it's totally worth a daily play. I'm just saying, like, I incorporate it into my daily play. It's a nice thing to just pick up and enjoy for a bit. It's a really, really well translated experience of the Halo loop in a 2D side-scroller sort of way. Plus, the firefight is just fun. The enemies are really well balanced, and they're just fun to fight. Definitely want to get your friends on there because it's much more fun with friends, but it is so much fun. It is such an entertaining experience, and I would 100% back it up. Those two games came from something that was very historical. I thought it was a rumor when I was a kid, because I remember seeing videos about it, and I thought it was a scam. I didn't think it was real. I saw a YouTube video about it, and I thought it was official, then I thought it was fake, and now, like 20 years later, I'm like, oh, that was real? Halo Zero. A full campaign that looks to basically fill the gaps between Halo: The Fall of Reach and Halo Combat Evolved. It's so cool. It is so cool. It's a very dated experience, but it's worth that first playthrough. It was made back in like 2004, and it's one of the best polished experiences that you can find with the difficulties that are available, with the replayability. There's even a multiplayer that might still work if you have a functioning server that you can hook up to it. So give it a shot. And if you can play multiplayer, dude, send me a clip, because I want to know what that looked like, okay? Because it's a really, really fun experience, and I was really curious as to what the multiplayer could possibly look like. It was a fascinating thing for me to notice that. Most recently, though, there was a fan game that I got to try out that I was really, really excited about, and I had been excited for a while. You see, I'm a fiend for bullet heavens. They're like bullet hells, except you are the source of the bullet hell, hence why it's called a bullet heaven. Think Vampire Survivors. That kind of experience is what we're talking about right now. This team, don't know if they have a team name, I'm sorry. I know that Bathrobe is attached to you, but that's pretty much all that I got. Spartan Survivors. All sorts of different characters to play as with different stats and starting weapons, different difficulties to choose from, upgradable weapons, and an entire translation of the Halo Combat Evolved campaign from start to finish in this weird top-down roguelite bullet heaven experience that I have had so much fun with. This is sort of what I mean when I say that Halo needs to kind of go out of its way to try new things. Like, not everything needs to be super serious. I keep telling people to try Spartan Assault, try Spartan Strike. First of all, the soundtrack is phenomenal, because it's a beautiful bridge between Bungie and 343 era soundtracks. But also, it's just fun. Mobile experiences are just entertaining, and Spartan Survivors carries that vibe of mobile. It's on itch, but it's also going to come to Steam and consoles soon. I don't even know how they do that, so just look forward to it. It's for free. They can't make any money off of it. It's kind of how this goes. So you have no excuse to not try it. Go ahead and give it a shot. Let me know what you think of it, because it is really, really fun. And I have one more fan game to talk about. It's the weirdest one, in my opinion, but it is also the most historical and probably the most important one out of all of them. You know Ed Freeze? The guy who, notoriously got a tattoo on his arm of Halo 2's release date? He was the vice president of game publishing at Xbox, and he believed in Bungie. He was the reason why they were able to get in, sort of. There's a big story behind it, but he was basically the one that onboarded them into the company and was really pushing for them to challenge themselves to make the games despite how many difficulties they were facing. And in that, he actually made his own fan game. He was actually rather proficient at making games for the Atari, so he made Halo 2600. There's some footage you can find out there, but the thing is that despite it existing on archive.org, I couldn't get it to work, and essentially it is a custom ROM with very, 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 very few copies in existence, and there are only so many places that you can experience it. Last year, I got to experience it. At Torg in Columbus, there was a guy who showed up, don't know who he was, but he showed up, And I was telling my wife when we were there, this is Halo 2600. He had it on a screen. I'm like, this is 2600. I remember this. Yeah, it's hard to find these days. I'm just kind of enjoying it and telling her a bit about the history. Then this guy leans over the table and is like, no, that's real. What? He was like, yeah, it's a real copy. Just enjoy it. I'm like, I don't even know how you find this. There's a copy in the Smithsonian. Where did you find a copy of Halo 2600? So if you ever get a chance to go and play it, like you find it at a convention or something, or you're just, I don't know, you're visiting the Smithsonian and you feel like pulling the heist of a lifetime, then give it a shot. It's worth it. Ed kind of cooked. It's a great experience. It really captures the idea of what an Atari 2600 game is like, but really matches Halo. It has overshields. It has a faster firing weapon. It's a really well-built experience. Congrats, you did a great job, Mr. Freezer. But then I have a couple more games that I want to throw onto my unreleased list that I'm really looking forward to, that I'm gonna need to drop soon, because I'm gonna lose my mind. Coral, a Halo fan game, Downfall, and Installation 01, especially that last one. Where are you guys? I've been waiting for so long. I could really go for whatever it is you were about to cook up. The Playable Elites thing was really fire, and I'm starting to lose my patience. Nah, but on a real note, where's Unggoy Farmer? Everyone really liked the idea of it. Everyone thought that Mashak Maradi was hilarious in Hunt the Truth whenever he just randomly dropped, I lost my score in Unggoy Farmer. Where is it? How hard is it to make? Can you just drop it already? I would pay minimum $100 for Unggoy Farmer. By the way, if you would like mods or something, just let me know, because I really play a lot of mods and I would love to do a little bit of something like this for mods. It would be really fun. I appreciate it.